faced, and God help me, I would not face anything that would make me feel like, what am I doing here? Okay. But so it's been so far so good. People have been keeping their opinion to themselves, and thank God my own mouth is sharp. If you have opinion that does not make sense, I'll give it to you. Like, he said it's that part.
Welcome to today's episode of the Open Mic Lounge with JLo, where we celebrate inspiring creatives, shaping culture and community in Canada and beyond. My guest today is someone who wears many hats. A vibrant vlogger, professional chef, event host, makeup artist, decorator, and a big entrepreneur. Known online as Spicy Sully, Suliaka, Canada.
Clap for me.
From YouTube tutorials and red carpet hosting to stunning cake designs and traditional Yoruba wedding ceremonies, she's a woman who embodies creativity and versatility. Her name is no other than Suliat Ayoade-Adediran. Welcome to the show. It's a great day to have you on my show. Welcome.
The honor is mine. Thank you. Oh my God. All the accolades.
Yeah.
Choke.
Yeah, it's actually, when I read about your profile, I was like, wow. I thought I was doing a lot, but I saw someone that's bigger than me. So I'll give it to you. Many people are eager to know you. So would you like to tell my viewers today who you are? I've said my own, but I mean, let's hear from you.
The way you even introduced me, it caps it up. There's no way I'll be able to talk about myself as much as you have really emphasized everything. But beyond all of that, I'm also someone's child. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm a creative. Yeah, I'm a professional as well. I have a 9-to-5 as well. So, and I'm human.
So you're originally from Nigeria, and you have built thriving businesses and creativity here in Canada. And I just want to ask, how did you transition from Nigeria and to what you have become as a person today?
Yeah, well, for that, I've always been what I am today. What you see today, that's me from day one. That has always been who I've always been. I think right from childhood, I watched my mom wear so many hats. She was a professional. She had a 9-to-5 as well. And beyond that, she also was a caterer. She was she made cakes, pastries, and all of that. She was a Ayoade-Adediran as well.
Really?
She did event decorations. She did event planning. Basically, she did bead making, which I also do. So there are a lot of things that she did in making sure that, yeah. So, and because I'm the first child, it's sort of, she held my hand through the whole process. So I learned everything from her, basically.
So it's not just you. You got it from mommy.
It's an ability plus ability.
And mommy wants to say thank you. You've done a really great job. Okay, so what first inspired you to go into your YouTube vlogging?
I would say while I was planning to relocate to Canada, there were a lot of things that I really wanted to put in place. But the way the process went for me was quite, I wouldn't say it's unique. It was different. On that journey, I noticed that I planned to come to New Brunswick, but I could not find a single YouTuber, a Nigerian YouTuber in New Brunswick that I could relate with. Yes. And so I felt like no one to give us that information, no one to prepare me for landing. And I thought maybe I should start doing YouTube. So that, and I do have a wealth of knowledge in terms of immigration processes. And because my process was quite long and mine was unique because I was the first person I knew who was coming into Canada then using their own business, not getting a referral from a company, I was using my business and the information was not readily available to me at the time. I did not know a single person that did that process. And I was able to help a lot of people as well on the way.
Okay.
So to me, it would make a lot of sense if I was able to, pass on that knowledge and help more people beyond those I was helping in, WhatsApp groups and whatnot. But of course, I couldn't just start that process at that time while I was still in Nigeria. So what I did was, okay, let me start preparing to start my YouTube channel for when I land in Canada. But let me start in Nigeria so that I'm getting a hang of it, But of course, I got to Canada and life happened. And I could not help it. I had to take a pause for years. Yeah, and then eventually decided again that enough is enough. I need to start doing something now.
So at what point were you from makeup artist to cooking and then to hosting events and then to be on red carpets?
With the makeup artist part, I never really did makeup artist for a business. It was just something that I did because I was able to. One of the things that I've learned to do growing up is don't wait for anyone to hand anything over to you. If I need a service and I cannot afford it, I make sure that I'm able to do it. While I wanted to start my YouTube channel, at that point, I didn't even know how to rub powder. So I thought, if I'm going to do a YouTube channel, at least I should look presentable. YouTube was what made me to learn makeup on YouTube.
Oh.
I learned videography and editing.
Wow.
Everything that I needed to be that was where I picked up those ones.
Another question I would like to know, like, when you plan or when you tend to start a YouTube vlogging, do you have a niche in mind? I know you already told me that, okay, you were learning in Moncton and Lagos, but outside that, it's a one-time thing. So do you have a particular niche you like, okay, this is what I'm going to cover throughout my YouTube channel vlogging?
Yeah, like I said, when I started, it was just about helping others, give information about the immigration process and whatnot. But when I paused, like when I landed in Canada, of course, settling in was underestimated. I did not expect that it would take a lot from me that way. And I paused for almost 4 years. So at that point, when I was going to start again, I knew that I still have something to show, which is how people should settle in Canada, what are the things I've done that have helped me and whatnot. But what really did motivate me to really start was when I started seeing people like new immigrants after me that were struggling, especially those that came as students, that would lament about their experiences and how they're struggling to settle in, how things are very hard. And I've heard comments from some of them like, oh, you have luck, like you came in as PR. And I would just laugh, like you have no clue. Like if you hear my story, you choose yours again. But I felt like it was time for me to give people that motivation that all that glitters is not gold. What you see today is a progress of a really tough period, like someone who's gone through, when they say gold has gone through fire before it turns to, you will get there. That promise that this spicy you're seeing here, all happy, all settled and whatnot, it didn't start from day one. Like I had to pay my price. I don't say everyone needs to go through that, but it will get better. So I wanted to give that promise that, and I decided to show my life,
So for those coming to Canada today, what advice would you have for them?
Time. Take your time.
Okay.
Like everything should be in time. Like you don't expect that the wealth you made in Nigeria in 10 years, you want that to happen in one day in Canada. If you are going to move. The day you start is the day you start. If you don't move today, the day you eventually come will be the day you start. So if you're going to start, just start. And that wealth you made in Nigeria for 10, 20 years, you probably will make it here in 2-3 years. You eventually settle in. You eventually climb that ladder. But if you don't come and start, you have not started.
Thank you. So you have heard it from Suliat. Just start. Just start. So what was that rewarding video you have made on YouTube? Do you want to talk about it?
I think it would still be that first one that I was motivated to really do. I had it in episodes, I think 2 or 3, I cannot remember now. It was still that first, and I just started back earlier this year. And that first one was still about immigration, telling people about my experience. Just what I talked about.
Okay.
So, and a lot of people did reach out to me because they couldn't comment on my videos. They are the ones going through the pain that I was talking about. They are not confident enough to go and start writing, because when people are going through stuff, you don't expect them to come in the open and let the world know. But the amount of people that reached out to me directly in my inbox, I was shocked.
Wow.
Yes, and I felt like, oh, I did something right. Oh, after all, it's not too
feel glad.
I was happy that it made sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were the challenges you faced as a YouTuber? Did you ever face? Was there any backlash? Was there any? The way they say, once you're on the internet, you are meant to face a lot of things. Do you experience any difficulty or challenges like that?
Constantly. I don't care. I made up my mind that I'm human, so one is meant to go through stuff, like things can happen, people would have opinions, and it's fine. Like, if people do not have an opinion, what are we doing? Like, I've not faced, and God help me, I would not face anything that will make me feel like, what am I doing here? Okay. But so it's been so far so good. People have been keeping their opinion to themselves, and thank God my own mouth is sharp. If you have opinion that does not make sense, I'll give it to you. You do.
Okay, so in one of your videos, because I had to take time, your profile, but you have to give me for that. I am your number one fan now. In one of your videos, you talked about preventing financial issues in the family. You're a mom, you are a wife, so you have family. So what's your take on that, and what are some advices you have for those family facing financial issues, especially in Canada? We know that it's a very, very tough and difficult thing to handle in family. In fact, it leads to sometimes separation, divorce, and a whole lot of problems in the family. So what advice would you give our viewers on this?
Like you said, financial issues, they are very sensitive, and that's one of the biggest reasons why families will go apart. So if someone's family have had like some rocky shakes in Nigeria, by the time they move or immigrate to any country, they have to start all over. Someone who used to be maybe the main source of income in Nigeria probably would shift to be the other person maybe the other party would pick up faster than the other one. Doesn't mean that the father will still not become the head of the family, but it's possible that the wife will get income first. If you don't even write from immigrating, before immigrating to wherever you're immigrating to, if you don't put your finances in a good spot, it's going to really affect you as a family. And what I mean by that is, I think I'm not a very organized person when it comes to putting things down, writing things down, making sure that everything is according. I'm very spontaneous. I do things like I pick things up as they come. But when it comes to my finances, I'm very, very careful, because it is very important. It can make or break a family. What I always say to people is that if you're having issues with finances, the first thing you want to do is sit down, draw up every single thing that you spend on monthly, have like a budget towards what you're going to be spending. Whoever is more prudent in the family should be the one handling and you can work together. What goes out, and then whoever is good with the calculation should be the family accountant. It doesn't necessarily mean that being the family accountant is who is handling the money. So I believe that if the finances are taken seriously in a family, like somebody is planning a budget and calculating how much they are paying and whatnot, the other person is making sure that they are not spending on things they shouldn't spend on. It doesn't have to be fight. Once you have everything listed, you have a spreadsheet or an app. There's so many apps that you can use for free. Because I'm not a person that wants to use Excel and start going all seriously with it, there was an app that I used to use. In fact, I had 2 different apps that I used to plan my finances. There was Spending, there was Monify. There are a bunch of apps that you can use that basically is like social media for you. As you're buying something, you're snapping the invoice and just, it doesn't take you a second. As they're giving you the invoice, just use your phone to scan it, it's there. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So at the end of the month, you know how much you spent on this, how much you spent on that. And so it helps you plan for the following month, because then you know how much to expect that you earn, what is taking your money, is it gifts, is it things that can be cut down on and whatnot. So it helps. The moment there is no financial issue in a marriage,
Everything.
the rest is just,
Say click, click, click.
just,
So that will take us, to the next question. You are known for anchoring Yoruba traditional wedding, a beautiful and a very rich culture. What do you enjoy most about? I mean, when you're in a wedding and you're the one in charge of that beautiful culture of Yoruba land, what is that thing that you really love about anchoring Yoruba in wedding?
I love love. I'm roots. I love love. Anyway, I see love blooming, people are smiling. Anyway, you just see that they're having fun, they're happy, singing, marrying. Call me. I'll be there. I love it when anything is fun, joyful. I love singing, so yeah. I used to like sing. Then over the years, I don't sing as much, so that talent is leaving. But I love all the marrying, all the families uniting. The culture, it's beautiful.
Okay. So how do you prepare for that event? When you talk about balancing language, humor, and cultural depth, how are you able to balance? Especially now you're in Canada, where you have also see other
nationals.
Yeah, nationals. So how are you balancing? How were you able to balance it?
So one of the challenges that I had initially in Nigeria in anchoring Ayoade-Adediran, because this was one of the things I picked from my mom.
Okay.
And so when I had gone, I schooled abroad. So when I returned to Nigeria and I was expected to start to do it, I struggled because I couldn't really speak Yoruba in a full sentence without speaking English.
Okay.
So the first time my mom told me to actually go out there and do one, I was very embarrassed when I returned, because people thought that it will not call. Meanwhile, I was struggling.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't really, so I knew that if I wanted to do Ayoade-Adediran, I had to go back into speaking my Yoruba properly for me to be able to, and not just, and the funny thing is I cannot speak English without putting Yoruba there. The moment I know that this person is Yoruba, I must speak Yoruba to them. That's unconscious thing that I do. But the moment that I'm there to start anchoring and where I have to speak Yoruba in full, that's when it exposes me that I really was struggling with that. So in Canada, you don't have to speak Yoruba all through.
Yeah.
You can speak English. Nobody's going to look at you as what's wrong with her. She's forming. When you're anchoring and you're still speaking English, nobody's going to look at you as why is she speaking English? Is this not engagement? So that's why I actually started here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you also host red carpet events. The energy. I know you already have the energy. So how do you bring your personality, the energy to the red carpet? Do you want to also share that with us? I mean, she's full pack. Like she's complete. She's whole.
One MC introduced me at a wedding and said, he introduced me. I did the wedding cake, I did the engagement, and I think I planned some parts for them as well.
Okay.
So, and when I was in Nigeria, I used to do trade, so I do Ayoade-B, I used to sell clothes.
Oh.
So I would do Ayoade-B and souvenirs and all of that. So I could do a package. I could handle the whole event.
Wow.
And then someone said, is this one wife or utility? I was like, me? Utility? Where'd you get that from? It was quite funny to me, but in reality, when I think about it,
It's what it is. It is
what it is. Yeah, I think the first time I was going to do red carpet was just a friend that said to me that you are the one hosting the red carpet. Like, no, nothing. You can't say anything. But I was like, okay, let's do it. And then it just came like, it was nice. I never even actually been on a red carpet before.
Oh.
And I didn't really have a lot of references to look at. So it was nice.
So in everything you do, money plays a very important role. So I want to ask, as an entrepreneur that you have so many things, how are you able to separate your business money from your personal money, from family money? I know you're a little bit used to of art, but do you want to just share something of that?
I know you saw that one of my videos, right? Yeah, I did that video a long time ago as well, because I was feeling into, I used to be just an entrepreneur before doing my business, and so it was easy because I had my business account separately, I had my personal account separately. There was no way both would mix. So because my business account was separate and I had people who were also handling stuff for me, we all did whatever is relating to business with that business account.
Okay.
And then when it comes to the personal part, that's with me and my husband, right? So whatever concerns personal spending goes into that. Okay. So I had my business card, I had my personal card. When I'm purchasing something and it's for business, I purchase it. If I go to Walmart today and I need to buy cake ingredients, because I make wedding cakes in Canada.
Okay.
And so when I'm making a wedding cake for a client and I need to go to Walmart, I won't say because I'm going to shop for my business, I cannot buy any other things. So I'll do all my shopping, but when you see my cart, you will see that
you separate.
I would separate things. Yeah. So when I'm checking out, I have my 2 cards. I check out my business stuff with my business card. I check out the personal stuff with the personal card. I have 2 invoices. My husband is the accountant in the family. As I'm getting home, I hand over the receipts for the home. I take my business receipts. I know where to keep that as well. So everything is separated.
Okay, nice. How do you see your YouTube, vlogging, and your other businesses evolving together? Like, how do you see working everything and then they are still there, you're still working around? How are you able to do that?
Everything has its time. I'm not making wedding cakes every day. Okay. I only make wedding cakes when I have wedding cake order. I'm not, when I vlog in batch. It can get overwhelming, that's the truth. I'm always tired. I'm always tired because I'm also a social butterfly. So when you invite me to events, you expect me to be there. When I have a wedding to attend, to either anchor the engagement or be a red carpet host or whatever it is I need to do, I have to be there. So I need to plan myself, and I still need to cook because my family, I'm still a mom and a wife. I don't want any other person to be my husband's wife now, so I have to be on top of my duty. So I make sure I balance the whole thing because I have support. My husband is a sweetheart. He tries his best. My kids as well are grown, so it makes life even easier. And you know, one of the things that I would say that I truly did when I got to Canada, I used to make all the cakes. Once you send me order, I would make it, even though they say my cake is expensive. I told them, I cannot afford it. So it is not only you. So it's okay, you can afford it. So I will tell them, don't worry. When it's a special event, order the cake from me. Because if I'm going to take days, because it does take days to make a cake. So if I'm going to take days of not being a sweetheart, like enjoying my husband's warmth, it should make sense. Even if it's not going to pay my bills.
So you have to pay for the warmth you didn't have.
Well, imagine what is my job now.
True.
Even if it's not going to pay for my bills, at least let it pay its own bills. I'm not going to use my money to make cakes for people. So I always tell them, see, I would rather not make your children's birthday cake and whatnot. Wait for that special event when you feel that it makes sense for me to, for you to pay premium for a premium cake. Because you can tell the difference. That's the truth. You can tell the difference. When you see my cake, when you taste it, you can tell the difference. You know why it is expensive. So if you really want that all the time, it's not feasible because I don't have that capacity to do that. So I cut down. I focused only on, special events cakes, so that if you really want that difference. Else, I tell my friends, go to soap days, we'll eat it together. And in truth, we eat it. We eat it together. It's the truth. If that difference is not worth enough for you to, pay that difference. It's not fine. To me, if I cannot afford the cake all the time. So buy the one you can afford. Let us, those are the only ways that I know that I streamline my customers, to understand that I cannot make every cake, I cannot make every pastry, I cannot attend every event, I think that's one of the things that I use to balance it.
Okay, so you want to meet Suliat Canada come, and you want to taste her cake. It's premium cake. It's not service cake.
It is what it is.
Let's write yes. Let him hear. So for those who want to start to be like me now, anyway, I'm there already.
Exactly.
And, you want to combine because it's really not easy. People see this. People see us smiling. They didn't know what we have done, to make this really, really beautiful and interesting for you to enjoy. So, and now you want to do this, and then you have other business, and then you have also a professional job you're doing. What advice would you give them to manage all these things together?
Am I supposed to be giving advice at this level?
Please do.
I'm still a very confused fella.
No. You're already doing a lot.
I feel like if you think me worthy of giving advice, I appreciate. However, I feel like we're all still work in progress. Like I said, personally, I try to prioritize. It's whatever is important. I'm not a very serious person. I don't take life seriously because I realize that those who took life seriously, what did they gain? I do my best to enjoy whatever it is that I do. If I'm doing a job that is not making me happy or making me feel fulfilled, I move. Yeah, because this life is too short. So I would rather just enjoy the time that I have here than waste it on things that do not matter. So if you're doing vlogging or blogging or whatever it is you're doing, anything creative, it shouldn't be military, chill out, relax, enjoy it, enjoy the ride. If it's not fun for you, it's probably not for you. So we all cannot be everything.
Okay, so with all these numerous businesses, I know you've talked about your family a bit, but I would like you to shed more light on that. So you do this. How are you able to balance family and these businesses? You have told us how you were able to balance the business. Now you are a mom. You need to do one or two for your children. You need to be there for your husband, and then you still need to do your work, and then you still need to. Suliat. Spicy. Spicy. How are you doing it? Let people know. So, because some people will do this and then they will leave their family to suffer.
No.
Or some people will do this and will make their business suffer. But look at you, all smiling.
Something's gotta give. Though it's all that glitters is not gold. Something's gotta give all the time. And I always say that, like, I used to work in the banking industry in Nigeria. I started my career as a banker, and it was nice, but I was not fulfilled. I was not happy there. Home front was suffering. I couldn't do any other thing beyond go to work and come back. And to me, that was not fulfilling because I have I'm very versatile. So it felt like somebody was killing me inside me. Like I couldn't explore my capacity.
Just choked in there.
Yeah. So eventually, when God said it was time for me to bloom, I had to stop. But I didn't even recognize that on time. I saw it as a setback until God said, no, open your eyes and see, this is a blessing for you. And then I started to see it as a blessing. So my family and everything, they all enjoyed that. One thing for me, for sure, is even when I was running my business in Nigeria and it was joking, sometimes I would leave work at 1 a.m. But that was because my husband was not around. If my husband was around, I'm a roof. No, this babe here, I'm a shameless roof. You cannot, why I say you cannot shame the shameless? I carried my husband for head, I put the shuka, you know what they call the shuka?
So that it will sit very
so
well.
that it will balance. I love love. Okay. So there is nothing that would make me be less of a wife. Not even my career. Not even all these things that I do together. So whenever it's coming between myself and my family, no. For me, family is priority.
Yeah.
So I want to give my husband all the support so that there would be a balance. We're not suffering financially, but all these businesses that I do together is also very supportive of me. Anytime I start a business or I'm promoting anything, you see him championing that for me as well. But when it comes to my family, my children, my husband, even my children know, like family comes first. Every other thing goes behind.
I would say thank you for this, for what you have shared with us so far. It's not everybody that will do that. So do you want to tell our listeners and our viewers how we can reach you on the social media? You can just, say, where can we see you? The social media to be so just
on social media, you can see me on Spicy Suli Official on all platforms. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share my own videos as well.
It's been nice.
The pleasure is mine.
Thank you.